start recording. Hello, good morning. Anybody there? Have I hit the right buttons? Is the volume working? Come on in, my friends. Happy Monday. Are you snowed in? We're not snowed in, but there's plenty of the white stuff around. Good morning, Debbie. Good to have your company. Come on in. Lovely to see you. Yeah, cool. I'm glad we're in Egypt. It's a little bit chilly here, isn't it? A little bit brass monkeys, as they say. Come on in. It's good to have your company. I've been pedalling like a lunatic the last couple of days, so it's really nice to just chill for 5 minutes, you know, or an hour even. Come on in. I need to come down a little bit. Going like a machine gun on television. And Paul will be back at 12 o'clock with those wonderful Linda Williams illustrations in Groovy and in Stamp. But I'm off the hook now. So I'm going to spend a happy hour with you in Egypt because I'm the bus driver. And then I may clean this room up a little bit. First I'll go and sit with the kittens, the big kittens, the cats. They're lovely. They can't make a head and a tail of this white stuff at the moment. They're looking at the window, wondering what it is. They're definitely hunters. They can't work out whether it's edible or not. Never mind. Come on in. Snow boots required. Hey? Yeah. These glasses are absolutely filthy. And so, that's better. And there was light. So come on in. Is everybody here already? Early to the party today? Yeah, cool. Paul's in the building with you, so if you've got any questions, do ask him. Don't forget, today is the last day of the members sale, the half price Clarity Club members sale. So if you are going to go and get a second bite of the cherry or a third bite or a fourth bite or a fifth bite, today's the day, because we're switching that off at midnight tonight. So you've got plenty of time. You've still got time to join the club as well and have a good look at the sale. It's a blanket sale, so it's not selected items. It's all Clarity products, apart from the new stuff. So the stuff that's on TV this month, that wouldn't be on... the new stuff wouldn't be on our sale because that wouldn't be PC, would it? And also, we won't be having another sale like this until July. So now's your chance. You rock. I'm on the chamomile today. Yeah. Chamomile. Linda Williams and I are going on a diet, aren't we, darling? Yes, we are. This cannot go on. Nothing fits anymore except the stuff that's just supposed to look baggy. It's crazy. When this gets tight, we've really got a problem. So Linda and I got on the scales this morning. Shock horror. I could not believe it. So I didn't mean to shout then. I couldn't believe it. I think I might weigh more than Dave. Anyway. I thought this can't go on. And so I said goodbye to the Rolos and all the chocolate and the stuff. I blame Ocado. Don't you, Linda? Anyway, I shared my weight with her and she shared her weight with me, and it's strictly confidential, and I'm even heavier than her. And so now I'm in business, and so does she. So I'm going to try and lose a bit of weight. Trouble is, because I've got a bony face and bony hands, I mean, it's only a question of time though. It's comforting, isn't it? What else are we going to do? It's not like we can go anywhere. Can't go anywhere. So what do you do? Work or eat? Work, eat, sleep. Work, eat, sleep. Work, eat, sleep. Bloody rubbish this is. So I thought, right, not that milk is the milk that I drink, the red label, is not fattening, but at least when I'm drinking chamomile tea, it reminds me, you know, digestive biscuits and chocolate biscuits with chamomile just don't work, you know. So it's just a little, every now and again, little knock, little reminder. It works. Black tea, not my cup of tea. So there you go. That's what we're doing. In it, Linda. And in Egypt, it's too hot to eat anyway. Right, we're ready? Come on, what's the time? 10:02. Welcome to the SHAC. Safe, happy and creative. Stay home and craft. And here we are in snowy Crowborough, because we're on a hill, and it's quite nice, it's quite lovely. Bit brass monkeys, a little bit chilly, but that's okay. Inside it's warm, isn't it? Aren't we lucky? Hey, we're warm. Might be bored, witless, but we're warm. And we may be overweight because we're eating too much, but we're warm and we're safe, aren't we? So you've got to get an attitude of gratitude and crack on. Right, so what we're doing today, we're going to slow the old bus down. I'm taking it down a gear, and we're going to draw a vase. Look at that for an alabaster vase. What a beauty, eh? Isn't that lovely? This is handcrafted. So what we're going to do, we're going to go get on a felucca. We'll get on a felucca and we'll take the boat over to the West Bank, and then we're going to go to the Valley of the Kings. Well, we've done that, but we'll have a look, and then we'll go and find an alabaster manufacturer, because they do. They're over on that side. And it's quite amazing to watch them work, and I'm sure that many of you have been there and you've seen. We'll have a closer look at that later. So let's have a look at what we've done. Hey, check her out. So I did what I suggested you do. Remember we were using the buff paper. Let's have a look. Where is it? For those of you who are new to the fold, here we go. The buff paper's in here, isn't it? So you've got the black. This is quite a good pack, because you get the black paper, it's really nice quality, and then you get the buff, and then you get the light buff. Where's the light buff? The light buff as well. Can't even see the difference between them. Where's the light buff? There's a light buff in here too. I've already taken it out. There you go. Look, if we compare that one with that one, you can see. Silly girl. Right, that one, and that one. So they're in that set. Yeah. And we decided to go with the light buff to make it look a little bit like papyrus coloured. Yeah? Sounds good to me. So I've done that. And then what I did was I went back to my drawing board and I drew a vase. And I put some, I don't know what they are really, but they're kind of nice. I thought they'd make a nice doodle. They're like water lilies, really. Let's have a look. Cool, huh? Just different. And we're going to do a vase. Vase looks a bit ropey. You wouldn't want to hold on. You'd get that by the neck, wouldn't you? You wouldn't trust those handles. Did anybody see that? Did anybody? Did you see the pottery throwdown last night? I watched it recorded after Paul's show. Yeah, those busts, when they only need one. I mean, when that nose came off was it Shirley Bassey? Looks a bit rough, didn't it? Or was it Dolly Parton? Yeah, I couldn't believe that she Skyped or Zoomed in. Isn't that lovely of her? I like her, Dolly Parton. Yeah, and she was so great. She said, "I hope you got enough clay." She's a character, certainly a character. And she's got a tiny waist, I noticed. Well, it could be accentuated. I mean, I could go that way. We could go that way, you know, because that makes your waist look smaller. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yeah, the pottery throwdown. They were making these busts, if you didn't see it. Not busts. They were making heads, like busts of famous people. Some of them are recognisable, some of them are not recognisable. But the trouble is with the kiln, it's hit and miss. And they're so susceptible, they're so prone to exploding. And you only need one to explode and he'll take out the rest of the gear. He'll take everyone else's busts out. So yeah, that was a little bit of it was quite funny really, I thought. It's not my cup of tea. I'd rather make a vase than a bust. to be fair, but it was a great learning curve, wasn't it? So anyway, that's what we're going to do today. How does that sound? A nice vase, eh? Does that sound good? It's easy. And then the shape, that's up to you as well. But like I say, I would certainly stick to the tracing paper. So have you got one of these? Have you got a spare one of those? Have you got one of those? Or you could use another bit. You don't even have to use the bit that you've got your pillar of strength on. Your pillar of strength, eh? Let me see. I might have to use a clean bit of tracing paper. I've got so much on the go here. It's all right though. Let me just make sure I don't lose the one that I need, the one that I've already done, right? And then, yeah, all good, eh? Yeah, I'm going to use a clean bit. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, this is just about doing something together, isn't it? It'd be nice to draw a nice vase and draw a nice flower. I tell you what, we could come in a bit closer now. In the TV, I can't come in so close, but with you, I can. There you go. Right, so with your permission, my friends, I'm going to slow the bus down a little bit. Did you see that 2 to 4 show yesterday? I was going like the clappers. You'd have thought that I'd had the catnip off the... I was going like on speed. I wasn't though. I don't know what was going on. I just went into hyperdrive as if I was on catnip. Catnip for adults. I don't know, there must be something in the water. I don't know. But I was certainly going for it. And then it's like everything else. The next day, what you gain one day, you lose the next. So this is where we're headed. You happy with that? Now, before we do that, let's have a look at this vase. Let's have a look at this beautiful vase. Because you might like the shape. You might fancy having a go at this shape. Look, isn't that a beauty? See? So the shape, can you see that? Yeah, you can see it there, like that. See? So it's flat, and it's got a neck, and then it's got like a beautiful, like a lily. Very nice. And then what I did was on mine, I just put a couple of handles, like water or a vase. Let's have a look inside, see if we can see inside. Yeah, it's pretty epic. I mean, it's translucent. I put light on. You can't see it because it's... But I'm going to take the blackness away from underneath. But you can see... I don't think you can see the light through it with all the lights on. I'd have to go around and turn all the lights off, which would be ridiculous. But this is actually translucent. Let me just see if this works. I tried to put it inside to show you. Look, I've got a candle. One of these, you know, like a simple one. But well, I don't think it will work, only because if I put that there and put that over there, yeah, you can just about see it, the translucency. See inside? Pretty amazing. And when you get your hand in, it's just rough. The outside is smoothish, but inside it's as rough as what I can't say on live Facebook, a BA. See? And when you come into the front, let's have a look. Can you see, if we get up really close, can you see all the texture and the pits? It's amazing. It is an incredible piece of artwork, really. I think what impresses me about this, you know, this is real artisan. You see these guys, and they don't have the machines. They have like a drill, and it's got a piece, and you put one in, and it's just like with embossing on Groovy, or you know, and they dig it. This is in the ground like a block, and then they start drilling out, and then they get the next bit, and they keep drilling, and they sit cross-legged. I'd never get up. I don't know how they do it. They sit cross-legged on the floor, and the alabaster is buried in the ground like a big block of it, and they just start digging out the centre of this block, and then they work from the inside, and then they finish on the outside. They do the outside, so they do the inside first, and you just watch them working with these. They're like a great big drill that just just rips out the inside of this stone. It takes days to create, days and days and days just to make one vase, which is why they were you know, they're expensive to buy. And every time I went over, I've got several of them. Every time I went, I'd buy one. You know, I'd go to the Valley of the Kings, I'd go to the West Bank, I'd go to the same person, I'd watch him for half an hour and drink tea with him, and then I'd buy one of his pieces. And very beautiful, you know, and had them for years. So I thought I'd like to share that with you, because I think it will be a good shape to go with as well, right? So let's have a look. Let's get going. And we'll have a, this is easy. When we went to New Mexico, we drew vases, didn't we? So we should be a dab hand at these. Let's do it on a bit of tracing paper then. Yeah. Clean tracing paper. And I need, that'll do. And then I need a pencil. F, no, I don't want an F. What have we got here? H, that'll do. Maybe an HB would be better, Barbara, so that you can transfer it. If I've got an HB in there. Have you got a pencil already? That's the trouble when you do, there's an HB. When you do TV shows, you get everything out of the cupboard. Everything comes out of the cupboard. Right, that'll do. HB. Right, so what we're going to do is make, let's put a vase. And where we're going to put it, just so you know, it's going to be up this end. So if we look at our artwork, remember we've got Nefertiti here, haven't we? I haven't lost my masterpiece, have I? Don't forget, you can download Nefertiti if you're not sure about her face and her profile. If she looks like Marge Simpson, then you can always download her. So that's where she's downloaded from, my original artwork. There's our pillar, there's Nefertiti, there's Giza with the 3 pyramids, all linked up, ready to go, ready to be shaded. And then I thought that this would look great sitting. Oh, did I pen that too far? Barbara Gray. Right, I hope you didn't come too far out with that, but it's all right, we'll work it out. There you go, so that's going to sit there, like so. Alrighty? Yeah, just stopped right there. Good, so this is the vase. So now it's up to you. You've got to decide, how long do you want the neck to be? Do you want it to be bulbous? Do you want it to be fatter? Fat's not my favourite word at the moment, but if you like, where you're going to put it is about here. Right there. So let's do it on a bit of scrap first. We don't want to use our best, do we? So let's do a couple of vases. Come on. So if we do a floor, let's do a floor base like that. Do you want some measurements? No. Do you? Okay. About 2 inches from the, how big's this going to be? About there. Okay, I'll measure it for you. I know. So well prepared on telly, then she comes on her own show and she hasn't got a clue what she's doing. Typical. I did prepare it though yesterday, look. So the vase from top to bottom is about 4.5 to 5 inches. Right, from the top of the lily to the base of the thing, 4.5 to 5 inches. There you go, that'll do. Right, and then the vase itself is about 2.25 inches, just to give you a little bit of orientation. Let's make it 2, there you go, just so you've got an idea. And then the rest is flowers, yeah? So the vase itself, from the neck to the base, is about 2.25 inches, okay? And we've got the top lip there, and we've got the base there. That's a start. Who says? Right, then you've got the neck. So put the neck in about there, say. Doesn't have to be the same as mine, just has to be something like it. Like big enough to hold a few lilies. So you want this bit to be big enough. Yeah. So pop that in there like that. Let's deconstruct it. Then this is going to come down like that, couldn't it? So you got choices. Let me show you something. You can come in like that, right, like on a curve, or look, you can come right in tight and then go back out again. Pretty Egyptian looking to me, eh? So instead of doing that, right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to change this one a bit, make it different. I love that we can just change it up, whatever we fancy. So this then, instead of that, will come round like that, and then it's going to come like that instead. Oh, hello, like that. So that goes like that. You could make that wider. Look, make that bit wider. Yeah, look. Changes it completely. It's your vase. You decide. You decide where you want to put it. You decide what you want it to look like. You're paying enough for it. There you go. That looks pretty cool. Right, so that's changed a bit. And then it goes from there, and it's got to come down now. So let's do one side. What do you think? Like that? That's good enough. And in the back of the net. Oh, let's not talk about football. Right. They come round like that, and we're going to make this one symmetrical. It's got to be symmetrical, really, hasn't it? So you know you could always fold the tracing paper in half, and then you've got total symmetry, or you can just throw caution to the wind, because it is a handmade vase. There you go. That's quite a nice shape. I like that. What do you think? Base? That's pretty cool. Do you like that one? How is everybody? You all right? Is that... Let me have a look. If I put that down the middle there, if I fold that over like that, I thought it was fatter than... Yeah, okay. So this needs to come out a bit. That'll do. Like that. Hey? That's more like it. You could keep doing this, couldn't you? On Wednesday I'll bring another vase. I've got some fabulous shaped ones. I just thought this was the most typical one. I think this was the first one I bought, because it just... Yeah, it just said Egypt all over it, really. Right, so now we've got the shape of the vase. That's good enough. Feels like. How's yours? Might come in a bit. Here. This is where you, yeah, that'll do. This is where you change it a bit, and it to fit. So it's different to that one, but I'll still be able to make a nice pattern on it. Right, now come the fleur. Oh no, let's do the handles first. The handles. So we'll change it again. This time I'm going to make these look like that. That'll do. So the first thing we're going to do is make the hook like a teacup. And then same on the other side. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to make the most of this. Let's just do this. Right, let's turn it round. Good enough. Oh, all the tricks. Try not to spit at your artwork. I mean, that's the thing about tracing paper, isn't it? You just flick it over. Boom. So if you're worried about symmetry, that's definitely the way to go. Got it? Cool. Now we want to make a swirl. Let's see if we can get a swirl going. So if that's the handle, up we go. Might be a bit tight on the old. So you want it to be quite thick this time. That one looks a little bit thin. Just come up there like that and round. How's your swirly handle going? Cool. When they were doing, on the pottery throwdown last night, when they were doing those instruments, yeah. I was shouting at the telly saying, "Don't leave it, don't try and," you know, the one where it all collapsed, the really good girl. the older lady. I was like, leave it. And then she decided that she needed to extend it, and then it all collapsed on her. I thought, oh no, you should have stayed. You should have stopped while you were ahead, really. Because it was really ahead, like a bust. You should stop while you were ahead. I tell you what, I love the Irish lady, you know, the compere or the... She's so great. I think she's really lifted this whole pottery throwdown. I love her energy. She just makes me hoot. She doesn't care, you know. She's not arrogant. She's just earth, down to earth. And if she's not, she certainly does a good act of it. I like her energy, you know, she makes me smile. I don't know, do you not think that as well? I think she's smashing. Right, so we've got our handles. I'd feel a little happier about picking these handles up than those handles. Wouldn't you? That was like when I first made cups, my first set of cups that I brought back from the pottery class. And Dave, right, I said, oh, he said, they're lovely, Barbara, they're lovely. I said, I'm going to drink a cup of tea out of it. And he was holding it like this. I said, you don't trust the handle, David? I said, you can take your hand away, it won't fall off. And you could see he was really nervous about trusting the handle. I mean, they were quite delicate. Yeah, psychological, isn't it? Ah, chamomile. Did I tell you this is good for the bags under your eyes as well? Chamomile. My mum, she swears by this stuff. Kamillity, kamillity it's called in German. Anything goes wrong, kamillity. Got a gash on your leg, you fall over, kamillity. Got a sty on your eye, kamillity. Got ulcers, suck a tea bag, kamillity. Always. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple of these in the bathroom, and then I'll put them on my eyes. You know, like we put cucumber in our eyes. My mum puts tea bags on her eyes. Kamillity, not black tea. I hasten to add big black rings. Then you would have big black rings. Yeah, worth trying. I'll do anything at the moment. There you go. Invigorating. It's good for everything, apparently. I like that one, don't you? It's better than that one. But there you go. Good, second time round. Now, the next thing is this. Let's do the middle one first. The middle one's the key. So it's got, if we make, well, how tall do I want this to be? Yeah, okay. So if I want it to be that tall, it's got to go. I might make this a little bit leggier, this one. I think I'll try it a little bit leggier. Let's go up a bit further. You can make them as tall as you like, but I reckon that'll be about attractive, like that. Okay? Ah, Barbara. All right, that'll do. Okay, so let's have should we have a closer look at this thing that I've drawn here? And then you can decide. Here we are. Right, let's have a look at it. So so what you've got is a stalk. Then you've got like the hour hand of a clock, quite fat in the middle. And you've got two on the outside. Do you remember we did a similar thing, didn't we, over on that side? These little things, these little water lilies. So it's not dissimilar. Should we give it a go? Come on then. Right, so what we'll do is we'll right up the middle. This is going to be the top, I've decided, and then it's going to be, all right, do you want some measurements? Okay. So if the flower, let's say the flower's about 1.25 inches from wherever the top is. So wherever you decide the top to be, let's make the flower 1.25 inches, and then the rest is stalk. I think that's the easiest way to go. Yeah? 1.25 inches. So now, you know, don't worry about the stalks. We'll sort the stalks out afterwards. So now, this is going to be this tall thing. So it comes like a droplet. I think this is about right. And then it comes up like that. Let's do that one. Okay. So we'll do a droplet, and that's going to be the middle of this flower here. We're going to, oh, sorry, wrong camera. Apologies, don't shout at me. Not today. Right, let me sharpen this a bit. Okay. Just sharpen my HB pencil. Right, so we've got that going on there. And then we're going to do, look, these two, like they look like calipers coming off here, and then a circle there. Right, so that's what we've got to do now, is these two off the back of that and then round there. So really what we want to do, if we just do, let me show you a trick. Go like that, just make a line like that and a line in the same direction. Oh, I'm just going to do it and then turn it over so you can see it again. It's all about symmetry on this job, isn't it? Right, so there you go. So you've got that line. We'll rub it out afterwards. Right, at least it's in the right place then. Like that. So if I put this over here like this, right, you'll see the curve. It's like way too big, but you see where the line is there. Right, so what we're going to do now is make a curve, and it's going to go from here up over and back round the other side. Yeah, like this, like that. But we don't want the flower to be this big. We've done it too big like that. So let's get these curves in the right place. So that's going to be your lily. See, like that, there. Okay. And then that's going to be, now I'm making it a bit smaller, because otherwise I won't have room for the other two. If I make it that big, they'll be wilting. They'll be coming over the side of the vase. Right, so now I've got that in there. And that in there, that works, yeah? So that's the tip. So all right, we can use all these bits. Then what we're going to do is put the calipers in. So now go from there, right, and then come like that, okay? Like that, see? So you can make this a bit finer. Once you've got this in, it just is easier. Once you've got that in, it's entirely up to you. Look, I'll show you. There, so we've got this bit, and now we're bringing these bits in. So you can make this now as thin as you like. Right, so we've got that bit in there. You happy with that? You've got your droplet in there like that. Okay, looking good. Now this one, just like this one was really tight here, what we want to do is we want to come in like that and then come round. This is the easiest way to do this. Travel in and then come in like that. How else are you going to get a beautiful flower like that? So in you come on that edge and then round you go. Right, and then all these bits we don't need at the moment, but I'll leave them there because they might come in handy when we go to draw the other flowers, the other two here. I don't think so though. Anyway, that's what pencil lines are for. Right, we're happy with that? We got that? I'm going to get rid of this one and that one now, because now I've got my lovely lily. I don't need them. There you go. Easy. Oh, and this one, of course I got it on that side. I thought, why is that not moving? There you go. Barbara! Perfect. Okay, so that's that bit done. I reckon that's good enough. There, sits like a dream. Let's get the other two in and then we can sort out the middle bit. See, because this has got that lovely, it's not as easy as it looks, this, is it? Right, and then we've got two more coming off the side. So let me show you. The two more coming off the side, the best thing to do is put the centre bits in, these long bits. They're smaller. Right, we've got two more coming off the side. So we put one here. Let's just put a circle there and a circle there. We'll deconstruct it. Circle there and a circle there. Yeah? And a point there and a point there. Where these two get tight, there, where they stop getting tight, let's use that now for our centre. So what we're going to do now is come round here and go up to there, round there, like that. This is going to be the centres of the next one. So up there like that and down like that. Okay, you watch. There. See? So these two are going to be there. Just gives us something to go to, something to work towards. So you've got those two drops there now, right? It's just about deconstructing it really, isn't it? And then we've got another triangle thing going. So we'll do that half like that, because you can't see the other half. And then you've got, right, so let's just do this again, that line there and that line there. Then I'm going to turn it over so I get a bit of symmetry again. And I'm going to use that line there and that line there. Okay, cool. Easy. So now I've got those ones. Then, of course, what we want to do is do our, this bit again, right? So we're going to come, I can't even remember. That's it. Like that. So you come in on that one and then you bring that one in, yeah? So you come in on that and then you bring that one in there. And then on the, we'll do the other one, let's do symmetry. So turn that over again and then come in on that one and then bring that one in there. Right, perfect. So we've got our lovely lily and we've got symmetry. Is that working? Get rid of that line there so you can see what you're doing. Get rid of that line there. Be nice when it's done. And then this is going to be just up the back here, but you can't see it anyway, so we'll just pretend like that. So we're just going to come up there and do that. Can't see that bit. There you go. Perfect. This is looking really good. And I know it's not that easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Right, so have you got that much? Have you gone quiet? Right, so we've got that and that and that, and now we'll just concentrate on these ones first. So let's have a look again at our image. We've got zigzags here, right? So what I want to do is in between these lines here, make two dots, like equidistant, like that. Just put 2 dots there, 2 dots there, right? And then same on this one as well, a bit smaller, 2 dots there and 2 dots there. So it's equidistant between the dots, like gap, gap, gap. Excuse me. And then what we'll do is we'll start here and we're going to zigzag. So you can air draw for a bit if you like. Zig, so you zig, zag up to the dot, zig, zag up to the dot, yeah? Zig, zag up to the corner. Zig, zag, zig, zag, zig, zag, yeah? Do it lightly, just in case you're not happy with it. Here, a bit smaller, zig, zag, zig, zag, zig, zag, and then that's hidden. Right, and then on this one, wait, let's have a look. Zig, zag, zig, zag, zig, zag. Nice. There's even a little zig there behind there. Just see it. This is going to look so cool when it's done. Got it? So what we're doing is we're breaking down the lily. And then what we're going to do is, see that point there? We're going to bring these points down in to that point. So you go 1, 2, 3. There, bingo. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there. So just bring those petals into that. This is looking really nice. And then in the middle, what we'll do is, rather than a swirl, do a ring like a grommet, and then one in the middle, like that. And on these ones, ring with a grommet. Right, very Egyptian looking, that is. So we've got those 3 now in place. Got it? You still with me? Are you? What do you mean you've gone? Come on, it's only a vase. This is easy. That is hard. I think one of the things that I've kind of come to understand, you know, when you travel, especially because I used to do so many exhibitions and shows and fairs, and in the States as well, and so I've got a real, if I said I've got an eye, everybody's got an eye for talent, you know, but What I do have is the amount of time. When I see some work, I think, oh, the time that it takes, you know. You look at the price tag and you understand because of the time that it took. And I think often people don't appreciate how long. It's like us crafters when we make a card. If you do something out of parchment, people never would pay you the hourly rate that it's needed, you know. So we have to sort of accept that we do it for pleasure, don't we? We do it because it's our passion. But when you actually factor in the time that it takes us to make our art, you could never make a living out of it, could you? Out of the art. No, I mean, people do though. People do. You know, you've got to never be afraid to charge the right price for your, know your worth. Know your worth. And if somebody likes your art, they'll buy it. Right, let's have a look at this and see where we're going with these flowers. Because one of the things that's what I feel as well. Let me just sharpen this again because we're going to do the stalks now. Before we do the two little, the buds on either side are easy. You know, like with these vases, if we just stick with these vases, these vases, these ones, right? I mean, the hours and the time and the skill, you know, it's like, well, now, since I've started doing pottery, I can't pick up a cup or that's one of mine, right? I can't pick up a cup or a saucer or a plate without thinking, how many man hours went into this? You know, whatever. It's a weird, it's great, really. It's taught me an appreciation. And I think one of the things that is really abundantly clear to so many of us, I'll put this underneath, is, like, let's go down the centre here. Right, and I'm going to make my stalks a little bit thinner. And I'm actually going to use a ruler only because I want to get it really quite delicate. Let's have a look. One of the things that what I'm saying is, when we pen it, I'll do it by hand, freehand. What I think is, there are so many unsung artists, so much talent. There's so much talent. It never ceases to astound me how much talent there is out there. So I'm going to come to here now. It's quite humbling. Here we go. And then we're going to bring this one round. There you go. And that's going to sit there. And this one's going to come round there. Am I going to do the symmetry thing? Let's have a look. Probably. Why not? Right. Cool. Let me just flatten that out. Okay. So now I know it's here. And now if I need lead on this side, then I can just trace over it, because it's that transfer trick, isn't it? Look, it's already working. Right, so that's cool. I really like this. I think if I put this, let's lay up where I'm going to put this. Oh, I love that. See? So that's going to come along there. I could put that there like that. That's going to look so nice there as the kind of the complement, isn't it? It's really cool. Better than the one that the rough one. I like that better. But I still want to put the buds in. The darling buds of May. Right, let's have a look at these. So these little buds, again, if you come to about, see, let's have a look at it. See this bit here? That comes around there like that. So if you come down to there, just come down like that. Let's do one and we can always fold over. What I want to do, see, it's going to come in like a little egg here, right? So I'm going to put the little bud right there. Air draw it first, make sure you're happy with it. That'll do, that's in exactly the right place. So I'm going to put my little bud there, just a little egg, like so, right? Then I'm going to give it like an acorn, like that. Then I'm going to wrap this over, so this one comes up here like so, and then it wraps round in like that. Actually, it's a bit much. That'll do, that looks quite good, I like that. There. See? So it comes up there, wraps in like that, and then you've got a little tip, like so. Okay? And then when you've got that, then this is going to come in. So you've got to be aware, if I bring the stalks to here, then how's that working? You see, you've got to think it through. If the flowers are in here, then this one's got to come in tight as well, otherwise that would look ridiculous. So this is where it's got to come. So I've got to bring it in tight again. So from the there, and then in it comes like that. Boom. And then again, delicate. Nice. See, that makes sense. Then we'll turn it over. Again, bit of symmetry here. And then we could do the same thing on this side. So we'll bring our, like that. Silence while she concentrates. There. Turn it over. Good enough. Hey? Well, this tracing paper's certainly earning its keep. Don't look good though. Hey? And then that one goes in there like that, and then you can just jazz it up a bit better. Whatever you prefer. Right, that one looks a bit, yeah, no, excellent. Happy with that? Cool. Unsung artists. Yeah, there are so many unsung artists, you know, eking out a living, hand to mouth. And when you see their artwork, it's really overwhelmingly beautiful, you know. And then there are a few famous ones, a handful. By comparison, you know, the famous artists, compare them with the unsung heroes, the really, you know, I'm not saying the famous ones aren't talented, but often I think they were in the right place at the right time. I think there's a lot of luck involved. You know, it's like musicians. So many amazing musicians, but only a handful of famous ones, really, you know. And I guess, in a way, that's why we do. I don't want to be famous. It was never my intention to be famous. I just love what I do. And so I eked out a living doing it for a long, long time. And now I have a comfortable living at it, but it's still, I'm not famous and I don't want to be, you know. I think that comes at a price, comes at a big price, and it's not a price I want to pay, really. I'm more than happy to just do what I love doing. Yeah, just do what I love doing. You know, until I can't do it anymore, I suppose, eh? So let's have a look at the pattern in here. This is nice. This is nice. So I did, you'd make a little, you probably can't see it through the paper, can you? Let's just do it. So we want to get a bit of a, not a totally round, you know, not round like that. Because the thing about art in Egypt is it is quite flat. It is almost two-dimensional. They don't go for that roundness, you know. But we could try a little bit, just to give it a little bit of shape. You know, I was staring at the vase. This one's in my bedroom, and this morning at 5 o'clock, I was staring at it, trying to see where the light was hitting it and the shape. And because I was in bed and looking up at it almost, I was looking at it was dark, real dark under here. You know, it's my obsession. Art is my obsession. Is it yours as well? I can't look at anything without seeing which way the shadow falls, or or the texture or the colour, you know. One of the things I miss a lot is going window shopping. And not because I want to buy stuff, but because I always think that shop window dressers, like you go up to London and you go to the Harrods or Selfridges or Fortnum and Masons, the window dressing is, it's art. It's art. There's no other word for it. And I just stand and stare at the window dressing for hours because of the colour combinations and the shapes and the composition and the way you could do the University of window dressing in London, you know, or Paris, you know. It really is quite astounding. What a fantastic job. And the thing is, they must be in and out and in and out. And if it was me, I'd do something, then I'd run outside the shop and have a look, then I'd run back in, move it again, run back out, run back in. I don't know how else would you do it, you know? But again, it's looking. I can't see anything without seeing art in it. Does that make sense? So what I want to do now is just look at this pattern, and you can put any pattern you like on your vase. It's your vase, but let's just make a couple of lines. So I'm going to put a line there. Let's just do a couple of lines first, just to give us a bit of something to start on, right? And then I'm going to put the other lines, and let's see. I'll probably start where the handles are. That'd be quite a nice place to put the line there. So I'll put a line there. I've got a tiny little curve on it, almost non-existent. And then maybe I'll put another line in there. Here we go, like that. I'm really happy with this. It's coming together beautifully. And don't forget tomorrow, 10 o'clock, groovy Tuesday. Paul, that is. He's going to be doing Groovy Tuesday in the SHAC, isn't he? What a great, response we got. So cool. So happy that you're happy, you know. So glad that you're enjoying that. Make a line in the middle. Right, make a line in the middle. And then what we're going to do is make petals, like inverted ones of these things. See, like that. See how many you can get in. So I won't put one in the middle. I'll put them to the side. So it's going to start here, like there. Let's go like that, and then like that, and like that, and then like that. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. Actually, I'm going to do one side, and then I'm going to do my folding trick, because I'm liking my folding trick. And then this one's going to touch this one. I think, yeah, we'll touch it. And so we'll go like that, and then down we come. This looks a bit ropey, Barbara. It's all right. Go lightly. Go lightly. Go lightly. Breakfast at Tiffany's. Go lightly. Isn't that her name? Right, there you go. I can't remember. Right, there you go. Up we go there. So we've got 3. And then this one, I think I'll just do like as if it was going around the side of the vase. There you are. Perfect. So I managed to get 4 in, same as I did on that one. Right, and then the same on the other side. Right, so let's make this a bit darker. Are we happy with these? When you're happy, that works. And we'll turn it over. Right, and then we're just going to get the old symmetry going. Nice, eh? Wunderbar! So then we'll put some graphite or lead on this side, because in a minute we're going to need to transfer it. There, check it out. How about that? Hey? Cool, I feel a lot calmer now than I did. I feel a lot calmer now. There, and then we can just, I think this is nice. We don't need that. We don't need that. You got it? Pretty, isn't it? So this one, just as I wanted, I made it a little bit taller, a bit leggier. The length is in this bit here. See, so we extended the head, the flower heads are the same size. We've just extended the stalks. There you are. Doesn't that look cool? I know, I like that. Different shape vase. This one's a little bit more like this one, isn't it? It's got that bit longer in the neck than this one. Thing is about alabaster, it's not water. It won't hold water. It's a useless article. It works for a candle. See, so what I do is, I don't think you'll be able to see this, though, but what I do is little things in life, right? Not this. I usually put a proper candle in, tea light, but health and safety. And then, but this was the only one I could find. I've still got these out. These are the Christmas candles. I've still got 25 quid I paid for 3 of these. Stonking price. But they're good. They look like proper candles. But I don't think you can't see it, can you? How beautiful it is when it's... If I turn everything... See, I just don't think, even if I close all the lights, you're never going to see. What about if I turn that? If I turn that one off, I see. If I start pulling out plugs, I might. You understand anyway. If I start turning off lights and pulling out plugs, the whole thing might collapse. I'm not that good. But anyway, it's really beautiful. And so what I do is, because it doesn't take water, it just pee through, right? Be useless as a flower vase. Quite a lot of dust in there. Thousands of years old. That's why. So I use it as a candle holder, and then I let the translucency of the stone work its magic, and I sit and stare and sit and stare, and the flame dances inside, and it throws shadows, and that can keep me amused for simply hours, you know. Of course, at the moment with the cats, my little Bengal tigers. They're not going anywhere near the rooms where the vases are. No, because I can't even go back and replace them. There are things you can replace, there are things you can't replace. Can't be replaced. So, should we carry on? Come on, we've got another 5 minutes, haven't we? How are we doing for time? Let's have a look. Everybody happy? Paul, are we doing all right? I hope so. Yeah, don't forget to check out Paul tomorrow. I think Siobhan McSweeney, Paul's just told me, is the name of the Irish lady on the pottery throwdown. Siobhan McSweeney. Brilliant. I wouldn't mind her job. I'd love her job. You know? I'd love her job. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be one of the exhibitors. No thanks. But I wouldn't mind her job. I reckon that'd be a cool job. Wouldn't it? Yeah? And there's some serious talent in that room. Serious talent in that room. Those busts are not easy. And I was thinking I'd do balloons. I would do the same thing as the balloons. Blow them up and then work around the balloons and then pop the balloon through the ear. And then the lady that, she did it, the older lady, she did what I would have done. Yeah, it's nice to see that you're on track. Right, so now I've got that. So then this now needs to be transferred to this, doesn't it? So to do that, I've got to draw around the back and then transfer the whole thing, or take my light wave. Those are my choices. So let me just lean across here for a moment. Just 1 second. Let's see. Because 1, 2, 3. Oh, hang on. 1, 2, 3. Right, so I can... If I want to, I can take my light wave and I can transfer it there, can't I? I can go straight through and trace it out. Light waves, a go-go. Have we got any? Don't know. Still on a boat from the... they're still on a boat somewhere. I don't know. So, I don't know, Paul. Paul will be able to answer that question if we've got light waves. They're well worth investing in if we have. We've certainly got some coming. Waiting patiently. Right, so we can do that, can't we? Or, so that works, or we can do the traditional way if we haven't got a light wave. Just have a look, and we could take this, turn it over, draw on the, well, of course, this time we could just do that because it's symmetrical, isn't it? So we just got to make sure that we've got, well, that we've got graphite on this side because it's symmetrical. That's a result. Ha ha! Right, so in that case, I could do that, do that, do that, and then just trace it straight on by pushing down on here. What's the time? It can't be already 3 minutes to 11. I don't believe it. Right, well in that case, I'm not going to do this now. I want to do this in peace. So what do you say, right? Can I give you a bit of homework? What about this? Take this, right, transfer it and ink it. So you're going to turn this vase now to this end, right? Transfer it by pushing through. I'm not going to do it on the best one. So you push through and it will give you the artwork on this side. Look, if I go like that on that side, hopefully I'm getting my transfer. Right, and then when you got that, then ink it. And when I say ink it, I'm talking about using our micron pens. Micron pens. And I would use an 05 on this one, or a 1, depends. It depends, do you get it? It depends. So, Paul will tell you where to find those. I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm going to go and sit in the kitchen now by the Arca with the cats for half an hour and just reflect on the weekend that's passed and consider the week ahead. There you go. That's what I'm going to do. Stay safe. And what glasses have I got on here? Stay safe. I'm going to put some chamomile tea bags on my eyes. Oh, that's better. Enjoy your week. Stay indoors. Don't go out in the snow and the ice. You survived COVID and then you broke your neck slipping and sliding down the lane. No. Okay? Let's just stay indoors. Safe, happy and creative. Pretend we're in Egypt. Enjoy the trip and be safe. Lots of love. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for your company, Paul. Thanks for your help. And I'll see you on Wednesday, 10 o'clock, same time. And then we're going on a hot air balloon ride over the Valley of the Kings. Sounds exciting. Lots of love. Bye-bye now.